Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about the Minotauro. I finally got this Italian tier 10 tank destroyer, and to be fair, I am a bit surprised about how underperforming this tank is compared to how it was, perceived on paper. On paper, this tank seems to be one of the strongest tanks in tier 10, but when it comes to reality, that is not the case. Let me start with the most interesting thing about this tank and the biggest positive it has, and that is definitely its armor. This tank's armor really is a threat, especially to mediums, lights, and heavy tanks. A lot of tanks will not be able to penetrate you frontally, apart from the cupolas, and even then it's a 50-50. They might miss, or they might just hit some other part of the turret, and so you have a very, very, very strong tank that is meant to be played on the front line in regards to its armor. The tank's armor, at least frontally, is almost impenetrable, apart from TDs and some heavy tanks with some good, APCR or Pramo penetration. Apart from that, no one will be able to penetrate you frontally. However, when it comes to the gun, this is when all the problems start. You do have an interesting concept when it comes to the gun. You have a drum with 3 shells. You don't want to shoot the third one because then the reload time is 21 seconds, close to 22. And you pretty much want to shoot the first 2 only. And only at the very end of the game can you pretty much shoot out the third one, or in a very critical situation where, you might not survive, then you shoot the third one, and then you'd have to wait 22 seconds. But overall, that concept, again, is very hard to deal with, especially when in some maps where the distance is very, very short to get to the enemy, for example. Some maps require like a lot less time to get to, the center of the map, and then you're only there with just 1 shell reloaded, and it's going to be a pain in the butt because you shoot that and then you have to wait 12 seconds, and after that you still need to wait another 12.5 seconds for the second shell to reload. It's just a pain in the butt to play with sometimes. And of course the alpha is 490. The weapon handling is absolutely horrendous on this thing. It's worse than the Foch. You guys know I complain a lot about the weapon handling of the Foch, but the Minotauro has worse weapon handling than the Foch, and I still have 92% accuracy. I really don't know how. And when it comes to mobility, it's very close to the Badger. It's a little bit better than the Badger, but the Badger also has way better terrain resistance. So in my opinion, I think the Badger is even faster than the Minotauro. So the only thing the Minotauro can really boast with is probably the turret it has, which is a big deal compared to the Badger, of course. But still, this tank lacks mobility, and the gun in general is just very, very mediocre. The only thing carrying this tank is its armor. This tank's armor is very, very impressive, and only for that reason I would give it, a solid 7.5 out of 10. For the gun and the mobility, it really drags this tank down, but it's still an interesting concept to play with. So tell me what you guys think about this tank in the comment section below. And with that, Happy is out, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye-bye.